When someone mentions the word beginning, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? It is the first step we take when we start something new. The first step is often considered the easiest step, right? When you start doing something new, you do the easiest things, then gradually get harder. That's why, I guess, some of you have heard sayings from people around you like, the first steps are extremely easy. Why can't you do it? Or, why do you feel discouraged when you just start to do it? You may quickly feel sad and disappointed because of those words, then don't want to continue doing it because of the thought, if I don't know how to do the first steps, it will be difficult to do it later. But don't worry too much. The truth is that everything is difficult at first. Those words from people around you are not right or wrong. The right direction for you is to know and accept that it is hard at the beginning. Why is it so difficult? Because we are entering a new space filled with unknown things. When we start something new, our brains have to work harder to understand what it's all about. It's like when you're going down a road you've never been on before, or when you want to pursue an attractive girl or a guy. This challenge is very important. It helps us grow, learn, and become better. When we start something new, we often want to be perfect right away. But that's not how it works. Everything good takes time and patience. Think about a plant. You plant a seed, water it, give it sunlight, and wait. It doesn't grow into a big tree overnight. So, the first thing to do is setting realistic expectations. Let's take an example about learning English. At first, it's just small words and phrases. It feels slow, so you want to learn more as much as you can. But the more you try to learn new words, the more difficult it becomes. Day after day, this will cause you to lose track and feel tired. Now, let's look at some ways to keep going even when it's hard. One great way is to set clear goals by writing them down. Depending on the amount of work you do each day, you will have different small goals. Maybe today you want to learn 5 new words. Tomorrow, you want to practice speaking for 10 minutes. This shows that you are moving forward, even if it feels slow. Also, it's important to build good habits. Make a study plan and stick to it. Maybe you decide to study English for 30 minutes every day. Make it a part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or having breakfast. Approaching something new becomes something you do without thinking too much about it. Another important thing is finding support. We often have the common thought of not daring to tell anyone when we start doing something, because we are afraid of being judged or questioned too much by others, or we simply want to share it when we have done it successfully. But learning something new can be lonely if you do it all by yourself. Talk to your family and friends about your goals. They can cheer you on. Join a group of people who are learning the same thing. This could be a class, a club, or even an online community. When you have people to share your journey with, it becomes easier. They can give you advice, share their experiences, and help you stay motivated. Having people around you who understand and support you can make the hard parts easier. What if you have tried everything but still fail? Actually, failure is not a bad word. That's part of the process. When babies learn to walk, they fall many times before they can walk properly. When you make a mistake, don't be too hard on yourself. Learn from it. Ask yourself, what can I do better next time? Use failures as lessons. So how can you do it? Determine the reason you fail. Is that because you don't try your best? Or did you try your best, but others do better than you? Or is it not just lucky enough? Or simply because you have not found the right direction for yourself, so you will always hang around in failure and sadness? Write these things clearly on paper instead of thinking in your mind. It will help you know what you are making and what you need to do next. Every failure you face is an opportunity to learn and grow. It's easy to say, but very difficult to do, which is why starting and maintaining a habit for something new is not a piece of cake. Staying motivated is very necessary. Remember why you started. Maybe you wanted to travel and talk to people from different countries. Maybe you wanted to understand what your idol says. Maybe you want a better job or to understand your favorite songs in English. Keep these reasons in your mind. They are motivation. Those dreams and passions are beautiful, right? Keep remembering about it. Makes you realize the reason why you start something. Those are the starting motivations. What about the motivation to continue? It is to find inspiration. Don't try to learn anything too advanced in the hope of quickly learning as much as possible. It will have the opposite effect because those are things that are not interested in. Finally, keep a positive attitude. It's easy to get discouraged when things are hard, but try to stay positive. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each step forward, even if it seems tiny, is important. Recognizing and enjoying your achievements show you are moving in the right direction. This is also a way for you to share your joy and success with your family and friends. You don't need to make them serious. It just needs to be a small meal with the family or a picnic with dear friends. By appreciating these small victories, you stay positive and motivated to keep going. Every small effort is important. It helps you get nearer to your larger goals. And don't forget to be proud of yourself for every step you take. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. They started just like you, facing challenges and learning along the way. For example, J.K. Rowling faced many rejections before Harry Potter became famous. Despite these challenges, she kept writing and believing in her story. As a result, her work, a series of novels named Harry Potter, famous around the world. It became a familiar book of all ages and all countries. This is also a motivation for us to try, right? The hard work you put in now will pay off later. In conclusion, Beginnings are always hard. Starting something new can be challenging, but it's also the beginning of a beautiful journey. Accepting the challenge, setting realistic expectations, finding support, learning from failure, and staying motivated are all part of the journey. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to take small steps. The important thing is to keep going. You are not alone in this. We all start somewhere. And with time and effort, you will see progress. Keep your head up and your heart strong. The beginning might be hard, but it's also where all great things start. If you watch the podcast from the beginning until now, this is also an interesting demonstration that you have been very patient from the beginning. Good start. Try your best from day to day. The view from the top will be worth it.
Hey there, friend. Have you ever felt like life just isn't fair? Well, you're not alone. It's a feeling we've all experienced at some point or another. It seems everywhere we turn, we see someone getting a lucky break while we face roadblocks. It can feel crushing, leaving us questioning everything. But you know what? That's okay. Because within this unfairness lies the beauty of imperfection. Think about it. Imagine a world where everything was perfectly balanced, where nothing ever went wrong. It sounds nice at first, doesn't it? But where would the room be for growth, for learning, for adventure? It's in our imperfections, our flaws, that we find the real beauty of life. It's in those moments of struggle and challenge that we truly learn what we're made of. Take adversity, for example. It's like a heavy storm rolling in, darkening the sky and threatening to overwhelm us. But here's the thing, challenges are not our enemies. They're our teachers. They push us to our limits, but they also show us just how strong we can be. It's through adversity that we find our courage, our inner power. Maybe you're facing a big obstacle. It might be scary, but can also strengthen you. Just like a muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. It's during our darkest moments that we discover our true strength and our ability to overcome even the toughest of challenges. So instead of letting adversity break us down, let's use it as fuel to push us forward, to become stronger and wiser. They say life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. And nowhere is this more true than in our perspective. It's easy to view life's injustices through a lens of negativity, to dwell on the unfairness of it all. What if we saw every challenge as an opportunity, every setback as a chance to grow? By changing our perspective, we can transform feelings of frustration into something positive, perhaps even into gratitude. Maybe that missed opportunity opens a door to something even better. Perhaps that setback forces you to slow down and find a new path. It becomes a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there's always a glimmer of hope, a ray of light waiting to break through the clouds. We've all experienced this. You work hard and follow the rules, but suddenly, life surprises you. Maybe you didn't get the promotion you deserved, or it seems like someone else is always luckier. It's easy to start feeling angry and resentful. You might think, why them? Why not me? It's normal to feel this way, but if you let those feelings grow, they can make you unhappy. What if you could handle these situations differently? Here's a tip. Being grateful can be very powerful. Try to find something good in your life every day, even when it's hard. Focusing on the good things can change how you see the world. It might be enjoying a cup of coffee, a nice word from a friend, or watching the sunrise. When you feel grateful, there's less space for feeling resentful. But let's be honest, sometimes it's really hard to feel grateful. Bitterness can feel like a heavy weight. Holding on to that weight only makes you suffer more. Imagine you are carrying a heavy backpack all the time. It gets tiring, doesn't it? Letting go of that weight is like taking off the backpack. It might take time and effort, but feeling free afterward is worth it. You'll feel lighter and happier. You can focus on what really matters, your happiness and well-being. Think of forgiving not as a favor to the person who hurt you, but as a favor to yourself. Forgiving doesn't mean you are okay with what happened. It means you decide to stop letting it control you. Life is not fair. It's a bitter truth we often have to swallow. But amidst the struggles and injustices we encounter, there are ways to find solace. When life throws its punches, having someone by your side can make all the difference. Seek out supportive friends and family members who listen without judgment and offer a warm shoulder to cry on. Don't be afraid to lean on them when times get tough, because chances are they'll be more than happy to be there for you. These relationships are a source of strength. They remind you that you're loved, valued, and not alone in your struggles. Think of it like this. Imagine life as a journey through a dark forest. It's easy to stumble and lose your way when you're alone. But with supportive friends and family by your side, you have a whole team to help navigate the path. They hold flashlights, point out dangers, and celebrate your victories. These companions light the way and make the journey, even when difficult, a little less scary. Now, even when life feels unfair, there's something powerful you can control: your purpose. It's the reason you get up in the morning, the thing that fills your heart with joy. Maybe it's helping others, creating something beautiful, or simply making the world a little kinder place. Whatever it is, finding your purpose gives your life meaning and direction. Finding your purpose doesn't mean ignoring life's unfairness. It's about accepting it, then choosing to focus on what you can control: your own actions, your own journey. It's about nurturing that seed of purpose within you, even when the storm rages. There will be days when uncovering your purpose feels impossible. That's okay too. Just remember, the seed doesn't grow overnight. It takes time, patience, and a little bit of faith. As you keep nurturing your purpose, even amidst the unfairness, something incredible happens. So you see, life may not always be fair, but it's how we choose to respond to it that truly matters. Let's embrace imperfection, find strength in adversity, shift our perspective, nurture supportive relationships, and find purpose amid injustice. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find hope along the way. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where things just don't make sense? You're left wondering, why me? Or what did I do to deserve this? Trust me, I've been there too. Life can feel like a roller coaster sometimes. All the ups and downs can leave you breathless. We've all heard the saying, everything happens for a reason. But when you're facing a tough time, it can be hard to believe it. But what if, within that struggle, there's a tiny seed of something good, like a hidden wildflower pushing through a crack in the pavement? It might be hard to see at first, but it's there. Finding the silver lining is about searching for that good, even in the tough times. Maybe you lose your job, which feels terrible, but maybe it pushes you to finally pursue that passion project you've been putting off. Life can surprise you in unexpected ways. We make plans, we have expectations, and then the universe throws a curveball. But sometimes those unexpected turns lead to moments of joy. Take my friend Sarah, for example. She'd been planning a weekend trip to a beautiful beach town for a long time. She was excited about enjoying the sun, sand, and waves. Unluckily, a storm suddenly arrived and all the ferry trips were canceled. Sarah felt disappointed, but since she had nowhere else to go, she decided to visit a nearby bookstore she had always noticed before. To her surprise, she discovered a rare first edition of her favorite childhood book. The excitement from this unexpected discovery was even greater than her beach plan. It's a reminder that sometimes when things don't go as planned, we can find something wonderful we never expected. We get so focused on our plans, our destinations, that we miss the beauty along the way. Unexpected events, while frustrating at first, can open doors to new experiences and new passions. Life is like a wise old friend, always ready to share its wisdom if we're willing to listen. Yet, in the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to tune out its gentle teachings. Sometimes the lessons are subtle, other times they hit you like a wave. But by listening, by truly paying attention, we can learn and grow. Now, this doesn't mean ignoring the pain of bad experiences. It's okay to feel sad, angry, or frustrated, but it's also important to listen to what life is trying to teach us. Maybe a setback is showing you that you need a change, or maybe a loss is reminding you to appreciate what you have. A breakup can teach you the importance of communication or self-love. Listen to the whispers, learn from the lessons, and trust that even in the midst of difficulty, there's something good waiting to be found. Life, like the weather, is full of change. There will be sunny days filled with laughter, and there will be stormy nights filled with tears. It's during those dark nights, when you feel lost and broken, that focusing on gratitude can be the most challenging, yet the most healing act. Think about it this way. When you've been injured, your body goes through a process of healing. It repairs itself, builds scar tissue, and becomes stronger at the point of injury. Our hearts heal in a similar way. Practicing gratitude, even for the small things that brought joy before the storm, becomes the medicine that nourishes your spirit and helps you rebuild. So, the next time you find yourself facing a storm, take a deep breath and try this. Look for one thing, any one thing, that you can be grateful for. It might be as simple as the warmth of the sun on your skin or the taste of your favorite tea. By focusing on gratitude, you begin the healing process, bit by bit. You remind yourself that there is still goodness in the world and that you are strong enough to face any storm. Start small. Maybe keep a journal where you write down a few things you're grateful for each day. Or take a moment before bed to think about the positive things that happened during the day, no matter how unimportant they might seem. Over time, gratitude can change the way you see the world. It doesn't erase the pain, but it can help you accept it with a little more hope. Even in the darkest of nights, there's always a tiny flicker of light waiting to be found. But what about those moments when everything feels too dark, such as losing someone you care about or experiencing a significant setback? To me, healing after pain and loss is a long journey, not a destination. It takes time, patience, and a lot of self-love. There's no magic formula, no one-size-fits-all approach. But there are ways to navigate the journey a little less alone. Now let's talk about acceptance. You see, no matter how hard we try, there are certain things in life that are simply beyond our control. And I think it's in those moments of surrender that we can find true peace. Acceptance doesn't mean we're giving up or just letting things happen to us. It's about letting go of the need to control every aspect of our lives and trusting that there's a greater plan at work. It means recognizing how things really are and finding the courage to keep going, even when things are tough. In my own journey, I've learned that acceptance isn't always easy. It means being humble, patient, and open to things we don't know. But the good things that come from it are priceless. By accepting what we cannot change, we free ourselves from the burden of endless worry and regret. We open ourselves up to new possibilities for growth. Remember, even in the midst of challenges, there are lessons to be learned, hidden gems to discover, and a story waiting to be written. We never know what life has to offer. So hold on tight, friends, and trust that everything happens for a reason. When I was a kid, I loved planting seeds in my backyard garden. I would dig little holes, put the seeds in, cover them with soil, and water them every day, waiting for something wonderful to happen. But you know what? Nothing would happen for a long time. Days would go by, and I wouldn't see anything growing from those spots in the dirt. As a kid, I didn't understand why it took so long for the seeds to grow into little plants. I wanted to see them grow right away. But my mom would tell me good things need time. She said the seeds needed time under the dirt to get bigger before they could push through the soil. That seed experience taught me something important that still helps me today. Just like those seeds, good things in our lives like learning new skills, reaching goals, or becoming a better person need time to grow from small beginnings into something big and great. We live in a world where we can get almost anything we want quickly. Think about the seed. You water it, give it sunshine, but that little sprout doesn't appear overnight. It takes time for the roots to grow strong, for the stem to reach for the sun. The same thing goes for many things in our lives. You want to learn a new skill? The belief that things will turn around. Just like the seed, we humans take time to grow. We have to practice every day, even when it feels slow. We're building those skills step by step, just like roots growing strong. So, how can we learn to be more patient while good things take time to grow? Well, it might sound easy, but start small and set little goals you can do. Celebrate the tiny improvements. Take deep breaths when you feel impatient. Make plans and give yourself enough time. And don't forget to take care of yourself too, just like a gardener takes care of plants. In our busy world, it's easy to feel like we always have to rush. We rush to work, rush to finish chores, rush to get to the next thing. But what if I told you that slowing down might actually be the key to feeling better? When I was younger, I would try to do many things very fast. If I had homework, I would rush through it. If I was making something, I would try to finish it as quickly as I could. I thought that was the best way to get things done quickly. But I started to notice that when I rushed, I would make a lot of mistakes. My homework would have errors. The things I made didn't turn out very well. And I didn't enjoy the journey at all. I was just focused on getting to the end result fast. Later on in life, I realized rushing is never a good thing to do. It can actually be the opposite. Rushing can make things messy. We might forget something important or pick the wrong thing. But when we take a breath and slow down, we can think clearly. That way, we make decisions we're happy with, not ones we regret later. Taking your time isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about feeling good about what you do. You can take pride in your work when you put care into each step instead of rushing. You can find joy in the journey, not just the destination. Nature is a great teacher when it comes to taking time. Animals, for example, don't just jump into winter. They spend all summer and fall getting ready. Squirrels gather nuts, bears eat lots of food to build fat stores, and birds fly south to warmer places. They know rushing won't help them survive the cold winter. Just like those animals, taking time to prepare ourselves can make a big difference. Maybe you're working towards a goal. Instead of stressing and pushing yourself too hard, take some time to learn, practice, and get ready. You'll be much more likely to succeed if you're well prepared. Let's slow down, take our time, and not rush through life's important things. The results will be so much better when we give them the time they need to grow and develop. So remember, good things take time. Don't be afraid to slow down, breathe, and enjoy the ride. You deserve it. We are told everywhere that we must be perfect, the perfect body, the perfect job, the perfect life. But perfection is not real, and trying to be perfect can make us worried and unhappy. Instead of trying to be perfect, we should accept that we are not perfect. We need to accept ourselves with all our mistakes and flaws. Every mistake we make helps us learn and grow. Think about the last time you really learned something new. You probably made some mistakes first. Mistakes are how we learn and understand more about the world. We should not feel bad or hide our mistakes. We should be happy about them because they mean we are trying new things. The great thing about not being perfect is that it makes us different from each other. If everyone was perfect, we would all be the same. The world would be boring. Our mistakes and imperfections are what make us special and interesting. So instead of feeling bad about your mistakes, accept them, learn from them, grow from them, and most importantly, accept yourself as you are an imperfect but amazing human being. Remember, the path to true happiness and fulfillment isn't paved with perfection. It's paved with self-acceptance, self-love, and a willingness to embrace all of the messy, imperfect parts of ourselves that make us who we are. Failure is not bad. Failure teaches us important things. When we fail, we can learn from our mistakes. This helps us grow and improve. We may feel bad at first, but maintaining a positive mindset is important. See failure as an opportunity, not the end. Successful people view failure differently. They treat it as a step on the path, not a stop. Ask why you failed and what you can improve. Maybe you need more practice. Maybe you missed some key steps. Pinpointing the reason is valuable knowledge. Once you understand the cause, make a plan to fix it. Set concrete goals for areas to work on. Take it step by step, checking your progress. Failing can expose weaknesses you didn't know about before. This self-awareness is a gift. You can't address a weakness until you identify it. Finally, celebrate small wins along the way. Applaud yourself for applying lessons from past failures. This positive reinforcement boosts confidence and motivation. Moreover, it's important to be kind to yourself when you make mistakes. Do not judge yourself too harshly. Making errors is normal and human. Instead of criticizing yourself harshly, speak to yourself gently. You are learning and growing. Mistakes happen as part of this process. They do not make you a failure. Think about how you would treat a good friend who made a mistake. You would understand. You would encourage them. Give the same compassion to yourself. Making harsh judgments can cause more stress. It can make you feel hopeless or want to give up. Such a mindset is not conducive to improvement. When you notice negative self-talk, try to reframe it positively. For example, I'm still learning. Next time, I will prepare more thoroughly. Treat yourself as you would a trusted friend. Above all, know that you are human. You will make many mistakes in life. That's okay. Have compassion for this imperfect but beautifully human experience. Sometimes we cannot fix things alone. Seeking assistance is smart, not a sign of weakness, so do not hesitate to ask for help when you make a mistake. If you are stuck or confused, consider discussing your situation with others who may have faced similar problems. Their advice could spark new ideas. Asking for help demonstrates a desire to improve and a willingness to learn, qualities that are widely admired and respected. Find people you trust who have more experience. Mentors, teachers, or experienced friends can offer valuable guidance. Listen carefully to their suggestions. When asking for help, clearly describe your mistake and provide all relevant details to ensure others fully understand the situation. Be open-minded to various solutions. The fix might surprise you. Do not dismiss unfamiliar ideas, as new approaches can be highly effective. Remember, needing help is normal, not a failure. We all have room to learn and grow. After a mistake, it's important not to dwell on the past excessively. While looking back can teach lessons, becoming stuck prevents progress. If you face setbacks, don't be discouraged. Expect obstacles along your journey, stay flexible, and adapt your approach as needed. Most importantly, believe in yourself and your power to create positive change. Build confidence by recalling past accomplishments that required perseverance. Leave mistakes in the past where they belong and keep your sights firmly set on an empowering future. One step at a time, you've got this. Besides that, we also need to recognize the power of an apology. Saying, "I'm sorry," takes courage, but it is very powerful. A sincere apology can heal wounds and rebuild trust. When we make a mistake that impacts others, it is appropriate to apologize. This shows that you understand you did something wrong. An apology repairs damaged relationships. It allows you to move forward with a clean slate after making amends. Most people will accept an apology. if it seems genuine. They will respect you for having the humility to admit your error. After apologizing, it is time to let go of guilt and shame. Holding on to these negative feelings prevents growth. Guilt is a normal human emotion after doing something wrong, but dwelling on it solves nothing. Forgive yourself instead. Forgiveness is an important part of moving forward after mistakes. It helps heal pain and prevents carrying unnecessary burdens. First, you must forgive yourself. Be as compassionate with yourself as you would be with a friend. Holding on to self-blame creates negativity that weighs you down. Make amends if possible, but then choose to let go of guilt. Forgive yourself for past errors, allowing you to focus positively on the present. Additionally, strive to understand the person's perspective, even if you disagree with their actions. Consider whether they deserve a second chance. Forgiveness does not mean accepting or excusing bad behavior. It involves releasing the heavy emotional toll of resentment, thereby freeing you energetically. An unforgiving mindset creates stress and tension, while forgiveness allows you to reclaim your personal power from the situation. No one is perfect. Everyone faces challenges and setbacks in life. The key is how you respond when things go wrong. That's called resilience. It means having the strength to get back up after falling down, an important quality for overcoming mistakes. Resilient people view mistakes not as failures, but as lessons to learn from. With this mindset, errors become opportunities for growth. When you encounter disappointments, allow yourself to feel the emotions, but then refocus by making a plan to try again. Break your goal into smaller steps. Tackle it piece by piece with patience and determination. Persistent action is the path forward. Ask for support when you need it. Having others to lean on can renew motivation and perspective during tough times. Most importantly, believe in your abilities. Recall past challenges you overcame through resilience. This boosts confidence in your capacity. With each obstacle you overcome, you build perseverance. Like exercise, overcoming obstacles strengthens your resilience. Use positive words to encourage yourself and others who are working through mistakes. Criticism fosters more negativity, while reinforcement inspires progress. After a setback, do not judge harshly. Instead, acknowledge the effort made despite the error. For example, say, "I'm proud you tried your best." Celebrate small wins along the journey, no matter how tiny. Recognizing micro-victories reinforces that you're heading in the right direction. Sometimes in life, it can feel like you're moving through a fog, not knowing where you're going. You might want clear answers, a plan, or something solid to hold on to. But the truth is, not everything in life can be controlled or planned. Instead of chasing things, hoping they'll make everything clear, focus on yourself, on who you are and who you want to become. You can tell yourself, "I don't chase, I attract." Doesn't that sound better? This way of thinking helps you stop forcing things to happen right away. Instead, you focus on improving yourself, and the right opportunities, people, and experiences will come naturally. When you work on being the best version of yourself, you give off positive energy that attracts good things. Let's look at some real-life examples of how this thinking works. Imagine you're waiting for an important message, like a job offer or a text from someone you like. You might find yourself checking your phone all the time, feeling anxious because you haven't heard anything yet. In these moments, it's normal to feel uneasy and want a quick answer. But what if you chose to let go of that need? Letting go means trusting that things will happen at the right time. Instead of stressing about what you can't control, focus on what you can do. For example, if you're waiting for a job offer, use this time to learn something new or work on your skills. This keeps you busy and helps you grow as a person. If you're waiting for a message from someone important to you, focus on doing things that make you happy. Go for a walk, read a book, or spend time with friends. When you let go of needing answers right away, you become more relaxed and open to new opportunities. This often leads to better results because you're not held back by anxiety. Let's explore self-growth and how the idea of "I don't chase, I attract" can work for you. Instead of always chasing things like the perfect job, the ideal relationship, or trying to get others to like you, focus on improving yourself. When you work on becoming a better version of yourself, things often fall into place naturally. For example, if you're unsure about your career, don't stress about finding the right job right away. You can start by learning a new skill, signing up for a course, or reading books that inspire you. These steps might not give you quick results, but they build a strong foundation that can lead to success later on. You will also grow personally much more. Here's a practical example. If you want to improve your communication skills, don't wait for the perfect moment at work to practice. You can join a local speaking club or ask your friends to practice with you. Over time, you'll get better and people will see you as someone confident in sharing ideas. This might even open up new opportunities because of your improved communication. Instead of hoping others will change, focus on becoming more understanding and kind. When you improve yourself, you will attract good people to you. Your mindset affects what you attract in life. If you're always thinking about bad things or worrying about things going wrong, that negative energy can affect your experiences and relationships. But if you shift your focus to what's possible and keep a positive attitude, you'll start to attract better things into your life. Let's say you're trying to start a new project, but it feels like nothing is working. It's easy to get tired or feel like giving up. Instead of thinking, "Why is everything going wrong?" try asking yourself, "What have I learned so far, or what small steps can I take today to move forward?" By focusing on what you can do and staying positive, the problems won't seem so big. When people see your positive attitude, they're more likely to help, and new opportunities might start to come your way. One way to keep a positive mindset is to write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These don't have to be big things. Even small moments, like enjoying a cup of coffee or spending time with a friend, are enough. This practice helps you focus on the good things in your life instead of the negative ones. Over time, this habit makes you more open to positive opportunities. Life doesn't always follow the plans we make for ourselves. It's normal to feel upset, confused, or tired when things don't go as we expect. But it's important to understand that life has its own timing. Trusting the process means believing that things will be okay in the end. For example, maybe you applied for a job you really wanted, but didn't get it. While it was disappointing at the time, it may have led you to another opportunity that was better for your career. Especially for those of you who have just graduated, you're probably full of hope and you want to get a good job right away. You want it to be worth all the hard work you've put into studying. But if you don't hear back from the employer, you might start to doubt your abilities. It might make you take a random job just to fill that uncomfortable feeling, but after some time you might realize that working in the wrong place is exhausting. Keep doing what you're doing as long as you have a clear plan. Don't let negative feelings control your dreams. And remember, you are looking for a job, not begging for one. You are amazing and valuable in your own way. Knowing your own values and setting boundaries can greatly improve your life. When you understand this, you stop chasing things or people that don't match who you are. This might mean saying no to extra tasks at work that don't fit you, stepping away from friends who always bring negativity, or ending a relationship that doesn't make you happy. Setting boundaries isn't about being difficult. It's about valuing yourself and allowing only things that are good for you. For example, if a friend often makes you feel tired with their negativity, it's okay to take a break from them. By doing this, you show that you value your time and energy, and you'll start attracting people who respect that. In your job, knowing your worth helps you make better choices. If a job offer doesn't meet your needs or expectations, it's okay to turn it down and wait for a better opportunity. This shows that you know what you deserve, so you can wait for something that really fits your goals. Lastly, it's better to live with intentions rather than expectations. Intentions are about focusing on what you want to create and achieve in your life. They're flexible and allow you to adapt to different situations. Expectations, on the other hand, are often fixed and focused on specific results. Focusing on expectations can make you feel disappointed because things often don't go exactly as planned. Living with intentions helps you stay open to different outcomes while still working toward your goals. For example, if you want to improve your health, set intentions like eating more vegetables and going for a daily walk. Try not to set strict goals, like I must lose 5 kilos in a month, which can add unnecessary pressure. By focusing on your intentions, you make small, easy changes and enjoy the process without stressing about exact results. In relationships, living with intention means being open to how things turn out. Don't expect others to act a certain way. Instead, focus on being kind, supportive, and true to yourself. To sum up, I don't chase. I attract is more than just a phrase. It's a way of living that brings peace and confidence. When you stop chasing and start focusing on your own growth, positive things will naturally come your way, whether it's opportunities, people, or experiences. What you need will find you when the time is right. So let go, trust the process, and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. The rest will follow.